Are you kidding? Sarah, you just fucking threw it down.
No, I didn't. You could see you.
Yeah.
You could see you. I could see both of you.
Okay. This week's episode was... I didn't take any notes. I forgot halfway through. Sarah, hi, how are you?
You're good.
Hey, how you doing? This week's
Focusing on
episode...
my fat ass rather than on us.
Was good. We didn't take any notes, so it's kind of just we're gonna touch up on, like, important things.
Yeah, because the whole time, instead of taking notes, we were taking pictures, so.
Yeah, we were pausing. There was a lot of information, like in the story and all the stuff that Ezra had in his apartment, that book, a lot of information. Some of it obviously was not that important.
Other stuff was very important.
So Arya's having a meltdown, a complete meltdown.
To say the least.
Yeah. She's going nuts. She's really pissed off. She wants answers. Ezra's not around. One of the big things that happened was she goes to the apartment. She starts looking through things. We've got pictures of everyone. He's got files on everybody. I mean, he's got more shit than I would think the freaking cops have. You know what I mean? Like, he's got
shit on cops.
Yeah, he has a lot of shit.
Garrett
There's a lot
Wilson.
of files in there. She's dumb. If I were her, I would have taken all that shit. I really honestly think that there's something in there that could possibly lead to who's
Spencer's the only smart one.
I really don't get why she wouldn't take any of this stuff. Like, I don't get it. I know she's hurt, but at the same time, this could, possibly lead them closer to who, in fact, A is. We have all that shit with, Arya going through all the boxes. There's not just files on Arya. There's
She's
not just files on the 4 girls. Yeah, she's number 6. There was 2 or 3 boxes in there, and the filing cabinet is,
hundreds of files.
There's hundreds of files on everyone. I don't see, they need that stuff. I have a feeling that if Ezra has been watching them since the beginning, something's up. He needs to know who A is, who's on the A team.
And if that's the case, why, like she said, she said it's because he never loved her, but theoretically, why, if he has any inclination, hasn't he done anything about it?
We don't know.
Tried to tell her, help her out, anything.
We don't know if he's tried to do anything about it. Do you know what I mean? We don't know if maybe he's tried to take matters into his own hands. We don't know. But, so that happens. The girls come there. Ezra's on the floor. Spencer decides to take stuff because she's the only smart one.
Yeah, dumb.
Spencer takes another pill.
Or Arya would say it. She was stupid.
Wonderful.
I swear to God, I wanted to jump through the TV and kick her ass.
So in that stuff, Spencer finds this private investigators thing on who was supposedly, the father said that that's who they hired to follow Melissa because they thought Melissa was guilty. Obviously not. Since the beginning, they thought that Spencer had something to do with it. Sarah, are you just focusing on me?
No, Gianna's in it.
I
just turned it a little. I didn't mean it. Like, you have me holding the fucking camera like as if I'm a camera girl.
Anyway, so Spencer, so actually, in all actuality, the person that they had followed around was Spencer.
Maybe.
Probably.
Yes.
Spencer. So we find out that Spencer really did go after Allie that night. She had the shovel in her hand. Did she in fact hit Allie? Did she hit Allie? Was she the one that actually did try and kill her? I don't
think so.
I don't know. And did she try and kill her? Did she? I don't.
Was she framed?
Was she framed? Was she?
Is
that just something? Yeah, is that something in her head? Like because she's on the pills.
Episode with that whole black and white.
You know
thing.
what I mean? She's on the pills. Is that just something in her head? Like nobody knows. She confronts her dad about it. Her dad's still being a sneaky little fuck.
Okay, never in my entire time watching this show was I more pissed off to see Toby come into the room. Mm-hmm. Because I really thought that maybe he would have given her some kind of inclination.
Well, it's ridiculous. I mean, come on. The girl's, losing her mind right now. Fucking give her some answers. Answers that the parents have, they could be telling her right now. And she'd be like, okay, I get it. or, you know, whatever. She could stop stressing out. But, like, right now she's pretty much under the assumption that she killed Allie.
Yeah.
That she tried to kill Allie. And that
The
obviously
question
does not
is,
feel good.
obviously, why in the beginning, like, not even now, but why did she initially start taking these pills? Why wasn't she told any of this before she started taking the pills again? Why did she take them in the beginning?
Well,
not only that,
I think it said why she took them in the
they
beginning.
said that you said it was just because of a couple tests or whatever.
A couple tests or
she was
something.
trying to stay awake to study.
Whether it be finals, midterms,
right
something like
but
that.
my thing is she was calling the doctor's office, getting her prescription filled. Why would they, first of all, fill a prescription to begin with for somebody who had prior history of abusing it?
Exactly.
They would not have filled the first prescription for her had they had not seen her. Do you know what I mean?
They weren't filling them. They said that Mrs. DeLaurentis called multiple times, but they will not give her a prescription without her seeing.
No, they said before we refill it again,
yes,
we would like to see her in the office. The doctor would like to see her in the office before we refill it again. She should not have went through all those pills. You know what I mean? So obviously she got them filled the first time. So she took them again, whatever. We have in the whole book thing when Arya starts looking at it, we took a couple screenshots.
We're missing like parts of this. Like we're missing like that fucktard cunt bitch Paige.
Well, yeah, Paige decides to give Emily an ultimatum and say, "Look, this is it. This is how it goes. If you're gonna be sneaking around and doing this and doing that, I'm gonna tell the cops." And she goes and tells the cops anyway.
Yeah.
Sarah, what I
yoked her up by her hair. Yeah, yoked her right up by her hair.
But
oh, I hate her. I hate her. What else
happened? Then we saw at the end.
I would have spit in her face and tipped her off the bench. I swear.
We're completely forgetting about A now. You know what I mean? Like Ezra is such a big thing in this. Like he's in New York, and we think that the reason
A hasn't done anything in the past few episodes.
Yeah,
or hasn't.
Well, the pills.
The pills.
Thing. We think that Ezra's in New York right now to tell her that he's not going to go ahead and finish the book. We think I think that that's what he's in New York for. I think that he's honestly in love with Arya, and he is going to tell her that he's not finishing the book.
Yeah, but see, then that would go on the basis that we can't trust anything that the writers say because they said he is up to no good.
But theoretically we can't because in the beginning it was said time and time again, and this is going back, that Mona was never going to be revealed as part of the A-Team. That they were not going with
I don't
the
trust
books.
anything they say.
So you you can't.
Especially with all this leaked information.
But
like, what are they doing? They're allowing too much shit to be leaked.
And it's not only that, but
so what about the theory about this?
If some of it is truly like legit, why are they going to go ahead and admit that when they want
we
you to
just
watch
heard
it?
Mona say, "I'm surprised you didn't figure that out already." What if Mona never really was A?
It's possible.
It's very possible.
Mona was never revealed as the A-Team, like, per se.
But if we're trusting what the people of PLL are saying, like Marlene King and everything, Marlene specifically tweeted that everything that was done, besides two things, was done by Mona.
Yeah, but what's to say she's not out to get the girls? Like,
I think the A-Team, I guarantee you that we come to find out that there is completely different. There's a difference between the A-Team...
A B-Team?
I'm not saying another team, but I'm saying that there's a difference between the A-Team and the person who is actually after these girls. I think that there's a complete difference, and I think the A-Team has something to do with Allison. I think Allison was trying to keep these girls busy.
As in the A-Team being the good people?
Not necessarily good, but pretty much trying to, you know... I think that they're more like amateurs. Trying to get revenge.
The amateur team.
Yeah, pretty much like that. Trying to get revenge. It's Toby, Mona. They all had reasons to hate the girls in the beginning. Yes, they might have grown friendships along the way and everything like that, which could cause the reason that they were later on to be okay, you know, we're not dealing with the A-Team anymore, whatever.
But even so, if somebody put you through hell and you become friends with that person, there's a part of you that's always going to
resent them.
Exactly. Not only resent them, but not be able to trust
well,
them.
Nobody doesn't not trust Toby. Nobody doesn't resent Toby,
that's
but they do Mona.
That's what I'm saying. They're taking it out on Mona so much.
Like I said, what if Mona was never A-Team? Like Mona just said in that preview, I'm surprised you guys haven't figured out. What if she's been helping Allie this entire time? That whole entire Yeah, she's wearing a
She's
black
never
hoodie and
specifically
shit like
said
that.
she was A. Do you know what I mean? She's never specifically said
She
she was on
could
the
just be
18th.
saying she's doing
She
the
could've
shit to
possibly done
continue
all that
on
shit.
doing what she's doing for Allie because she doesn't know that the girls know Allie's alive.
Yeah. I don't know. That's something we'll have to discuss in a later video, but next week's episode looks promising.
Was that next week's, or was that a preview for what's going to happen on the...
I think that's a preview for the next 3 episodes.
Yeah,
like
all
how we did it
together.
last year, remember?
All
Because
together.
we saw a preview and we were like, oh my god, next week's episode looks so good, and we didn't even see half the shit.
Yeah, because
Do
we
you
were
know what I
like,
mean?
That kept
Yeah,
3
well-
pounds.
Yeah. So, but, I mean, that was pretty much the big stuff. I don't know. There was nothing else really, but it was.
Was
it
there,
a good
though?
episode.
There
There was
was.
probably little stuff.
Mrs.
but-
De Laurentiis. She went to see Mrs. De Laurentiis.
Yeah. Nothing happened there.
well, Mrs. De Laurentiis, I mean, she looked frightened by her, but who the hell wouldn't be frightened by somebody showing up at their house in the middle of the night looking
Hannah
like
Kiss
Spencer
Holbrook?
Bed? Yes.
Yeah. Ooh, I love
so
him.
sexy.
Mm-hmm.
But
He is
The
so
things I
sexy.
do to him, I told you I yoke him
Other
up.
than that, we paused.
Yoke him up
and-
like this, Gianna. Bing.
We paused, repaused,
paused.
and then paused
Repaused.
again.
Like my TV is like a half hour behind right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So.
and just read through all of the shit that Ezra had on those papers. Some of the stuff, though, like that he had circled, like, for instance, what you had pointed out that you were reading, Arya, like, learning that stuff from Allison and who taught
That
Allison.
seems like it. He would not be. He would already have these questions written down somewhere else. That seems to be like somebody read that before Arya got her hands on that. Somebody was
And-
doing whatever they
and
did.
Well,
Doodles
what I said about
and-
last episode, it
Yeah,
wasn't
last
there.
episode.
Circling
It
stuff
was not
to-
there.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't Ezra's draft. Like that was not Ezra's. I would think that wasn't Ezra's writing in the red. Do you know what I mean? Like it was somebody else's.
So, because
Trying to
we
figure
seen
shit
her
out.
put her purse down on the table in between the couches.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we see her walk away, do
Go down to the
whatever.
basement.
No, she didn't go down to the. Yeah,
Yeah.
she did go down to the basement. Well, she went out to the couches 1st moved a few pillows,
So-
went down to the basement, came back up. Well, once we seen her move the pillows, though, that book was not on the
That
table.
book
And
wasn't
neither
on the
was her
table.
purse.
And her purse was on the table when she went downstairs. The book was not there. She
comes
goes
back
downstairs,
up.
comes back up. Boom, the book's there. Purse is gone.
Yeah.
Could it be bad editing by
Turns
the people?
around, goes
Yes.
to the window, comes back, her purse
Her
is
purse
now on
is
top,
now
of,
on
the
top
book.
of the table. And the thing is, though, Ezra just got that alert. Why would he get that alert right then?
If she went in
She
there
was
half
already
an hour
there for a
and
long
read,
time.
yeah.
She read some pages. She went downstairs. She was already there for quite a bit.
Exactly.
Because
Did
then by
somebody
the
not-
time, because then by what was the time? 7:55. 7:55
7:55
is
was
when the place was closing.
Right,
Yeah.
and he got that alert that at
At
6:15
6:15
somebody was going in there.
So
Why
it
would it
seems
take so
like
long to
somebody
get him-
came in and had the access code, put the access code in, and came in after Arya.
Maybe
came
when
in.
she was in the basement.
Maybe when she was in the basement. That's what it seems like to us.
And put that book
put
there.
that book there for her to find. So I don't know. Something's up with it. But he looked at that book like he knew that there was something in there. Do you know what I mean? But he might have had that book hidden. They might have taken that book from where it was hidden and put it out. So I don't know. That's all we have.
Why would he put that in a a carnivore book?
Because he's a dum-dum.
Because Arya wouldn't read a carnivore book?
Probably. But he's a vegetarian too.
There's a lot. Though.
What time are we at? Because we can't go past
13.
Okay, we can't go past 15. So.
Okay, well, say goodbye.
It's my birthday on Saturday.
Fuck you.
Oh, okay.
Nobody gives a fuck.